On the second day of our bike tour, we drove from our hotel in St. Catharines to the Port Robinson Ferry, approximately 20 kilometers. Our plan today is to complete the southern section of the Greater Niagara Circle Route by crossing the Welland Canal on the ferry, then following the Bridget route to the Niagara River Recreational Trail. Then we would cycle south to Fort Erie, then follow the Friendship Trail west to Port Colborne, then back on the Welland Canal Trail to our car at the Port Robinson Ferry. We're on the Port Robinson Ferry. We're just crossing to the other side of the Welland Canal.
Yes. And then do the other loop.
Nancy and I just crossed the Port Robinson Ferry. Thanks to Rosanna bringing us across. On our Bridget route, we followed three main roads, Bigger, Carl, and Marshall, to reach the Niagara River Recreational Trail. We're on Bigger Road as we cross the Niagara Peninsula from Port Robinson. After 23 kilometers, we reached the Niagara River Recreational Trail and headed south towards Fort Erie. There's lots of rest stops along the Niagara River Parkway. We decided just to go in the shade of that tree. It's a pretty hot day today. We passed some beautiful homes on this recreational trail as we headed south. This trail is level, paved, and in excellent condition all the way to Fort Erie. And there is porta potties along the trail. How was this one?
It was perfect. It was like the one in Westmeath. Clean.
What they do have along this Niagara Recreational Trail is a bike station. You tie up your bikes here, have a rest, and they also have several tools to adjust your bike and even an air pump to put air in. Traffic was so light on the parkway, we decided to cycle on it instead of the trail for the last 10 kilometers into Fort Erie. As we enter Fort Erie, the recreational trail switches to the river side of the Niagara Parkway. After crossing under the Peace Bridge, we have a scenic view of the Buffalo skyline across the Niagara River. We joined the Friendship Trail in Fort Erie and cycled the 25 kilometers to Port Colborne on this former railroad bed. As we leave Fort Erie, we pass through a forest area, then go by Crescent Beach Park. This 24-kilometer trail is straight, easy, paved with little or no elevation changes. We just come off the Friendship Trail and we stopped in a little town of Ridgeway, and we ate at this nice little restaurant called 335 on the Ridge. Excellent food. And how'd you like your lunch?
It was delicious. The salad was wonderful and it was full of nice nuts for protein.
Awesome. I enjoyed it too. I had a nice seafood soup. There are also several rest stops with nice benches to relax on along the Friendship Trail. As we near Port Colborne, we pass through some farming country. We're just coming into Port Colborne. This trail is so well marked. It shows us where we are on the trail and how far from Port Colborne and where to get on the Welland Canal. This is one of the best trails I've ever been on, Nancy and I, for being good signage and maps. As we leave Port Colborne, we join the Welland Canal Parkway Trail. The guy practicing his rowing in the Welland Canal. The last ship we saw was the Algoma as we cycled up the Welland Canal Trail. The final leg took us through the city of Welland and back to our starting point at the Port Robinson Ferry. We finally completed our Day 2 route, cycling almost 90 kilometers. We highly recommend the scenic Greater Niagara Circle Route with its beautiful vistas and trails.